Hey guys, it's postboxpat. Welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale map change / storyline video, and today we've got some very informative information regarding the government in Fortnite Battle Royale. I've actually discovered something which is pretty in-depth, and I've had a lot of you guys tweeting me this and all sorts of different situations regarding the squares on the ground, which I mentioned in my map change video, which has actually done really well. It's had over 500,000 views, and I want to thank everybody who's subscribed from that and joined me on my channel. If you are new to my channel, please stick around, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I've got an awesome death run coming tomorrow as well, which I've built for tomorrow, which is really exciting, so expect that video tomorrow. I'm so excited for that, I can't wait for it. So where are we going with today's video? Well, we have a bunch of different topics to discuss regarding new map changes and also something related to the Fortnite government. Quick shout out on screen to everyone using my support creator code. There you are, guys. If you guys would like a shout out in future ones, remember to go and tweet me at postboxpat and message me in my Discord. So let's get straight into this and show you guys exactly what is going on. So the diggers have officially now got the government logo on them. Now I actually missed this logo in my previous video, and obviously a lot of you guys tweeted me about it, so I thought I'd put it in today's video because it is a big talking point for today's video. But I will show the map changes first before we start discussing about the areas that are currently taking effect, really. So this digger here has officially got the new government or current government logo on them. So how do we know this? Well, if you go over to Dusty Divot, there's actually a map change there as well. Let me just play through the game a little bit so I can wind it on to the point where this map change is so you guys can check it out. So I'm winding it on a little bit because for these map changes to load in, they require you to be there in real time. So here I am now at this location in real time, and you can see we have the diggers again at Dusty Divots. Here's my character playing as the cool chilled out skin, and I've located myself over at Dusty Divot, or should I say kind of the meteor area, and obviously this is where the new diggers are again. So we now have another set of diggers currently moving around the map. Now from by kind of looking at this and taking note of it, you can see that the logo here is on the diggers, and it's the same logo on the trucks, which actually were in season 4 at this site extracting the element, or should I say kind of blockbuster skin, really. The visitor, they were extracting him from the rock or stone type thing that was in here. They didn't realize, and obviously everything went downhill from there for the government in the Fortnite universe. So what are they doing, where have they come from, and why are they back? Well, we know that the helicopter is currently traveling around the map, and it uses one of these boxes, the government boxes as I like to call them, outside the helicopter, which we'll get to in a second. And also we know that these diggers are here at Dusty Divot for something, which we'll talk about in a second after showing you guys the third map change in today's video, which is a really interesting map change and again is worth checking out. So as I continue to go around here by Loot Lake, wait for it to render in, I believe the helicopter is now officially located over here. So let's wind it on a little bit. Whereabouts is my character? Again, for these things to work, you have to be in the area for them to render in. So let's move it on a little bit, and there we have it. The helicopter has rendered in this section right here. And again, these have the government type themes on them. It's got that yellow type theme on the end of the wings, and it also has the government box, as I like to call it. So is this helicopter locating sites for the government to send its diggers to and to extract something from these sites? Well, regarding other map changes in today's video as well, we actually have some of these sites potentially being located. I've had a few subscribers mention to me that this is going to be one of the dig sites right where I am right now. You can kind of see an outline going around the side. As I mentioned in my map change video, I said, go on guys, search around the map, let me know if you guys find any of these outline areas, and if you look closely, you can kind of make out where this area is potentially going to get digged out. Maybe not in this week or next week, but possibly in the next update, this area right here is going to get digged out. It's not 100% guaranteed, but it is quite likely because we do see kind of that box type shape again, type shade, which is in this area. I also had a bunch of subscribers telling me that potentially Pleasant Park could be a location for this as well. There are other locations on the map which we haven't found yet. If you guys have found any, do go and tweet me at postboxpat and let me know. But people are also saying this section in Pleasant Park potentially could be an area for it as well. You can kind of see, I can't remember 100% where it was in Pleasant, but around this section I've had a few people tweeting me saying that potentially this area could be a positive or likely area, should I say, for an area to be cut out. It's quite hard to tell, really. I feel like the one over at Loot Lake is much more kind of reliable for a prediction for the location of the next digging site, but there is obviously going to be another location for the digging site, and this is quite a big storyline. It's something which is really starting to take place in the Fortnite storyline, definitely, in my opinion. I feel like the diggers are really going to play a big part in the upcoming season, should I say, and you know, these things can happen, and hopefully they're going to find something good which is going to change Fortnite, or hopefully they could find something bad which could make Fortnite even more crazier, like they did with the visitor who summoned in the cube, and obviously the entire storyline we had until the cube disappeared. So that was pretty interesting. Rip Kevin. But yeah, this is the location here that people are saying right here. So interesting. Also, this kind of looks like it as well. But let's move on from here and go over back to the idea at Dusty Divot, because that's what I want to discuss a little bit about what is actually going on over at Dusty. So I wonder if these things are going to render in, if I've previously been there. Again, we still don't know 100% if these renders are going to work. It always happens this. You have to actually be in the area for it to render. So it does look like these ones at Dusty are rendering, which is pretty cool. So are these going to be staying at Dusty, or are they going to be moving on to Loot Lake? It's quite hard to tell. It seems weird for these to go through Dusty if they're not going to dig anything up at Dusty. So in this game, I actually decided to kind of mine away at Dusty and see if I could actually find anything in this area inside the divot, and see if there was any kind of shapes or kind of digging areas where you could kind of see a potential future for a location to be digged. Again, I couldn't locate anything here, so it seems like, you know, potentially if there is going to be something that's going to get digged up, it may not be over by Dusty. But the thing that did really kind of make me a little bit confused is this little texture change here. You can see that little glitch there. That kind of made me think potentially this could be an area they're going to dig, but who knows if it's going to be a 100% area for them to dig at. We can't guarantee it. I feel like it seems a bit strange for them to drive through Dusty to go to Loot Lake. Why would this one be facing kind of like towards the tree as if it's kind of like parked up? So potentially, you know, these diggers could pop out and start digging something here. On the leaked files, which were leaked out for locations that are going to get digged, this was a kind of leaked structure. The structure that we're looking at right now, it looks very similar to one of the leaked files. And, you know, potentially it could just be kind of them saying, you know, we're going to do stuff at Dusty as well. So interesting there. I'll try and put a screenshot of that on screen right now for you guys. But yeah, I am really excited about this. You can see what I mean by the leaked files. You know, these were leaked out, people saying all sorts of stuff about them. But really, it could actually mean it could be something just going on at Dusty. But if these don't stop at Dusty and keep on driving, the government diggers or the government kind of deployment sites that they want to dig up, they could potentially be going obviously to the Loot Lake location. Now, there's a few theories going around, and one of the top theories, which I've come up with myself, and a lot of subscribers to be fair as well, I guess I haven't really come up with it myself, but I've had it in my head for a long time. But I know a lot of people have also thought the same sort of thought, so it isn't my theory, it's everyone as a community. But this is something which is pretty interesting. I thought of this a while ago and just completely forgot to mention it. But this is something that's pretty interesting. Listen to this one, guys. This is what a lot of people are saying. So, the area over here, they're digging for something. What are they digging for? Why would the government be traveling the map to dig something? Let's just wind it back a little bit so we can get the area to render. There we are, it's rendered open. So, you know, what are they digging for? Well, I mentioned how the bones potentially came from Moisty Mire. That is a good thing to mention, like I did, but why was that? Like, were them bones from somewhere else? How did they get there? Potentially, the government could be digging for locations that got teleported away during Season 5 or the build-up to Season 5. For example, we had the Lonely Lodge sign that got teleported away, which, again, I made a video talking about how Lonely Lodge is the most OG location in Fortnite. Other than the sign, it is the most OG location. You can go and watch that video where I explain that. Also, there is a few other things that got teleported away. For example, the Durr Burger, which did return. Also, Tomato Head got teleported away, the original one. We also have a bunch of other things like the motel sign as well. I think a part of that got teleported away. And a bunch of other things like the bones inside of Moisty Mire appeared. They didn't get teleported away, I don't think. I think they appeared. But yeah, there was a lot of things appearing and teleporting away. But really, that was mainly the real world. As we know, in the desert in California, the Durr Burger was sent out there by Epic Games, and I think that was one of the coolest things they did. I was really excited for that, and I'm glad that they did that, and it was really awesome. So hopefully during Season 8 to 9, we'll start seeing some more interactions with the real world again, especially with these diggers kind of discovering stuff in the Fortnite universe. It is something that I'm really excited for, and I do hope that the government do discover something from this. Fortnite wouldn't be doing this for no reasons. There's definitely going to be more locations for the government to extract. Is it going to be a big part of the Season 8 storyline? I don't think the diggers themselves will play a huge part in the Season 8 storyline, but whatever they discover or find will play a huge part in the storyline. We're going to have to see where these digger sites are going to be located and what they're going to find. Currently, it looks like this one hasn't completed its mission yet because they still seem to be digging. Obviously, they still seem to be here. They wouldn't be here otherwise. We'd slowly start to see them get back on the truck and head to a new location. So are they going to bail this location by the end of next week? Possibly. And move on to a new location? That would make sense. Other than that, that's it for this video, guys. I really do hope you guys have enjoyed. Again, if you are new, maybe consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell to keep up to date with the latest Fortnite storyline content and map change content. Your number one source for that sort of content on YouTube, as I like to say, just because my content is reliable and has helped so many people predict things in the future and come up with really cool theories and ideas. I do like to cover everything which is legit. I don't come up with any kind of fake storylines or anything like that. Everything on the channel is all legit, what is currently going on in storyline or in the Fortnite universe, should I say. So it's pretty exciting. I'm really excited for it. You know, I hope something does happen from this, but we don't know. Epic Games in the storyline, anything could happen with them. So we'll have to see what they're going to do with it. It's interesting to see. I love the way the storyline is so discreet. They don't really like open it up so everyone can stay tuned. They kind of make it so you have to break it down. And that's what I like to do. That's what I enjoy doing. So I'm glad they do that. And Epic, keep going with your storyline. It's really cool. I love breaking it down, looking at every little detail in the game. There's obviously a story behind everything that gets placed in the game. Fortnite wouldn't just deploy random things, I guess. They just obviously think about what they're doing. Everything gets deployed, as we know. Durburger versus Tomato Head had ended up as a retail battle, and currently Durburger's winning. We can probably expect is it next week? No, the week after in updates. So it won't be this Monday, it'll be the week after. So not this Wednesday, the Wednesday after. We can probably expect the Tomato building to get a extension or an expansion, so that'd be interesting. But I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to go and leave a like, comment, subscribe if you're new around here. Stick around for daily Fortnite content. And once again, this is postboxpat signing out.